Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Akila, and today I'm going to be coming into part 2 of this mini-series that I've decided to do, this Yoga for Grief series. So whatever your reasoning is for clicking on this video today, just know that I appreciate you so much for showing up and rolling out your mat today to practice with me. And I really hope whatever it is that you're dealing with can just get the tiniest little bit easier to handle if you give yourself this time and just really take care of yourself. So just know that you're not alone. I'm going to be guiding you through a sequence that's very gentle, and the whole objective of this mini-series is to just create classes that you can handle when you're really exhausted, really overwhelmed. So also just know that if you would like to lay in Shavasana or come to a child's pose and stay there for the majority of the practice, that's okay. If you need to cry, that's okay. So whatever comes up, just dealing with it as best you can, and I'll be here with you. So we're gonna go ahead and just start in the hero's pose. So seated on the shins, you can bring a block or a pillow underneath the hips if you'd like to, and just take the hands out of the lap. The eyes can gently close. We'll start to lengthen the breath deeply in through the nose. Maybe there's a little hold at the top of the breath with the lungs full. And exhale, you can let the breath sigh either out the mouth or keep the breath through the nose. Inhaling, filling the lungs. Exhale, empty. Bringing the breath in through the nose. Maybe there's a little bit of a hold at the top of the breath before you let the exhale release. Let's start to work into the shoulders a little bit. So as you inhale, shoulders raise up towards the ears. And on the exhale, the shoulders roll down and back, pulling the chest through. Inhale, roll the shoulders forward and up. Exhale, drop the shoulders down and back. Inhale deeply, shoulders roll up towards the ears. And when you exhale, the shoulders fall down and back. Finding that posture. You can gently blink the eyes to come open here. And we'll meet in a tabletop. So the shoulders are going to come over the wrists. Knees are going to come under the hips. You can have the tops of the feet pressing into the floor, or you can tuck the toes. We're going to come into cats and cows. So inhale, belly drops towards the floor. Gaze starts to come up towards the wall in front of you and maybe up towards the ceiling. Arching into the back. Exhale, we press into the hands, transiting through a neutral spine. And then we curl the tailbone down, Gaze comes in towards the belly button as we come into our cat pose. The inhales drop the belly, lift the gaze for cow pose. And the exhales curl in the spine, looking towards the knees or towards the belly button. Really rounding into the spine here. Inhale pulls the chest through, belly drops, tailbone lifts up, cow pose. Exhale presses firmly into the hands and into the feet to round the back, cat pose. We'll take each one once more. So inhale, drop the belly, bring the gaze through, looking up towards the ceiling. And the exhale rounds into the spine. Everything curls in towards the midline for your cat pose. Next inhale is going to take you through a neutral spine, finding your tabletop. And you're just going to extend your right leg back, tucking onto the toes. And we're going to take a gentle rock forward and back. Just gently extending the ankle as you come forward and really flexing into the foot and stretching into the calf as you come back. So just this gentle rocking, coaxing the right calf to release any amount. We'll take a few more rocks forward and back here. And on your next exhale, you're going to hug the right knee in towards the chest and just snuggle that right leg in front of the left. Good to just come into these Gomukhasana legs. So your shins are going to point slightly outward on a bit of an angle. You can walk the hands a little bit forward and just stretch the hips back here. Rocking side to side. And it doesn't have to be super deep. Maybe you rock the hips back more so into a full Gomukhasana. But I kind of just like to take this almost kind of hybrid between a puppy pose or a child's pose and a Gomukhasana. And being really gentle with your body here. And oftentimes when our anxiety is high, or we are dealing with grief or anger, we can start to hold those feelings in the joints. You can tense up in the muscles. So really taking this opportunity to dive deeply into those places that maybe you're holding on to a lot of the emotional response that you're trying to bottle up. So as we stretch into the hips, it can be a normal response to get very emotional. So if that's happening for you, don't worry, it's extremely normal. This is a very safe space to let those emotions come through. On your next inhale, just bring the torso forward. Return the wrists underneath of the shoulders. And we're just going to extend the left leg straight back, finding that three-legged tabletop. And come into those rocks on the second side. And just gently finding that easy bounce in the calf. Maybe each time you come into that little mini calf stretch, maybe you find a little bit more lengthening in the back of the leg. It's amazing how profound such a simple practice can really be. Even the most subtle or simple practices can just do so much to draw you into the present moment and make you aware of your breath and how grateful you are for it. On your next exhale, we're just going to snuggle the left leg in front of the right, so crossing it over, and angle the shins so the toes point out to the edges of the mat. Maybe we walk the hands a little bit forward. And coming into that Gomukhasana puppy pose hybrid. Maybe wiggling the hips from side to side. And exploring that space a little bit. And allowing that release into the hips. Keeping the breath steady and intentional. And if you find a sticky spot, maybe you stay there for a moment. I'll take 2 more breaths here. And 1 more breath. Before we cross over the legs, you're going to find yourself all the way into a seat. And we're going to make our way into a seated straddle fold, so you can face the edge of your mat if you'd like. We're just going to extend the legs out to both sides. Just take the fingertips to walk forward. You can keep a flat back if you'd like, pulling chest forward, or you can just round and release down. If you have a pillow or a bolster to rest your chest onto, feel free to use that here. Maybe the forearms can drop to the floor. And you can just let everything melt down here. Let the back of the neck relax. Feeling all of the places where
The hamstrings are supported by the floor. And we're really taking our time today. Finding the balance between self-care and also preserving your energy. Maybe you're feeling like you're in survival mode. Maybe it feels so tiresome just to do the simplest things, like make it to work. So this practice is designed to just try to help you rejuvenate. And to help you get a handle on the exhaustion. And to feel like you were able to do something kind for yourself and for your body. Even amongst all the chaos. Next inhale, just gonna walk the hands back up gently. And we'll cross the legs. And we'll just lower all the way down to the belly. And from here, just extend your right leg, your left arm out to the side. And your right leg is gonna come so the toes plant behind the left leg. The left ear comes to the mat. And just finding this gentle twist, opening up in the left pec. This one can be quite intense. So you don't have to have the right leg behind the left leg. You can keep it in front and just stretch any amount into the pec. I do find it to be a little bit more restorative with the right leg behind, just because the gravity really pulls you into the twist and you don't have to hold yourself up to stay there as much. Letting that shoulder release into the floor. Feeling the spine unraveling. It's as if we're wringing the spine out like a towel. Just rinsing away some of that negativity that might be building up for you. On your next inhale, just come through the center again. So belly comes back to the floor. Left arm bends in, and the right arm's gonna extend this time straight out to the side. Right ear comes to the mat. Bend into the left leg and flip the left foot to fall behind the right thigh. Opening up across the pecs. Letting that left knee fall open. Letting yourself melt into the floor. We'll take one more breath here. And on your exhale, you're just going to come back to find the belly. You can roll yourself, flip over onto your back. Maybe the knees hug into the chest. You can either stay here with your knees hugged into the chest if that's enough, or you can start to grab for the outer edges of the feet with the hands and bend into the knees, coming into a happy baby pose. And lengthening your breaths here. Completely slowing down. Allowing the floor to support you here. And then on your next exhale, release the feet. Extend the legs and the arms out long. You can bring the hands to the belly if that feels a little bit more comforting. And I'm just going to leave you with a few moments of peace and quiet in this Shavasana. And I'll let you know when it's ready to be done, when it's time to come out. gently gonna start to reawaken the body here. Gently bring some bend into the joints. Maybe knees bend and feet plant. And you can take your time to make your way up into a comfortable seat. Maybe rolling through the side to a fetal position. And pressing yourself up gently. Keeping the eyes closed here. Come either cross-legged or to the shins. When you arrive, just take one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. And I want to thank you again for choosing this practice. And I just want to make it clear that I care so deeply about your journey as you find this healing. And I will be providing more classes like this. So if you need them, they are always there for you. And I am always here for you. And we'll take a deep inhale through the nose together. Feeling the belly and the chest rise. And exhale, let them fall. You can gently blink the eyes to open. And continue on with the rest of your day. And I hope that this practice made it a little bit easier for you to face the rest of your day. I'm proud of you for overcoming the challenge and finding the energy and the time to practice with me today. And I'll see you next time.